Hello, my name is Dr. Harry Augenson, Director of the Widener Observatory. I'll be your host for the Night Sky Rundown for September, where we will tell you about what's up in the night sky this month.
Hello, my name is Drew Phillips, and I'll be your co-host.
Autumn officially arrives on September 23rd, but the stars of summer are still well placed for viewing during the early evening hours. In fact, the quintessential summer star, Antares in the constellation Scorpius, is still visible, low in the southwest. To Antares' far left are a pair of unequally bright stars, Shala and Lyseth, known as the cat's eyes.
To the east of Scorpius is Sagittarius, the Archer, which is often identified by its teapot asterism. The following Sagittarius to the east is dim constellation of Capricornus, the Sea Goat. Scorpius, Sagittarius, and Capricornus are all zodiac constellations, with the sun trekking within their boundaries roughly from late November through mid-February.
Standing overhead during the early evening hours of September is another hallmark of summer, the Summer Triangle, composed of Vega in Lyra, Deneb in Cygnus, and Altair in Aquila. Interestingly, one brilliant star of the Spring Triangle, Arcturus in the constellation Boötis, the herdsman, is still up in the west.
Later at night, we find the stars of summer have migrated toward the western half of the sky, and the first stars of autumn are emerging in the eastern sky. Rising above the southeastern horizon after about 10 p.m. is the white star Fomalhaut, which lies in the constellation of Pisces Austrinus, the southern fish.
Also due east is the Great Square of Pegasus, 4 stars in the form of a rectangle lying on its edge, and low in the northeast is the famous W shape of the constellation Cassiopeia, the queen of ancient Ethiopia. The W opens up toward Polaris, the North Star, and so that is one way of locating it.
Only 2 bright planets are on display during the evening this September. Mercury is very low in the west shortly after sunset during the first week of September. As the month progresses, however, Mercury sinks into the twilight and passes through inferior conjunction with the Sun on the 30th. Saturn is the other evening planet, and it too is getting low at nightfall. Saturn resembles a bright star to the right of the true star Antares. Saturn sets in the southwest around 10 p.m. in mid-September.
The other 3 bright planets, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, are found in the early morning sky this September. Shining like a blazing yellow star, Venus bursts into the dawn sky, rising in the northeast just before 5 a.m. on the 1st, and by 3:30 a.m., or nearly 3.5 hours before sunrise, by month's end.
Much fainter Mars rises around 4:15 a.m., or about 2.5 hours before the Sun in mid-September. Mars has a long way to go before it attains maximum brilliance during its opposition next May. Jupiter is also climbing into view in the morning sky. On the 1st, Jupiter is rising with the Sun, but by mid-September, Jupiter begins to emerge from the Sun's glare. And by month's end, Jupiter is rising by 5 a.m., or about 2 hours before sunrise.
On the evening of Sunday, the 27th, the full harvest moon passes through the Earth's shadow. The moon begins to enter the shadow's umbra by 9:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and totality begins at 10:11 p.m. Totality ends at 11:23 p.m., and the moon exits the umbra at 12:27 a.m. on the morning of the 28th. The Widener University Observatory will hold a special session from 9 to 10:30 p.m. that night to view the total lunar eclipse.
For more information on night sky, visit the Widener Observatory stargazing website.